Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Megan. I'm the owner of Megan & Co, a t-shirt business that I started about 4.5 years ago. And today's video I'm super excited about. I got a DTF printer, and if you make t-shirts, you know how big of a deal this is. Basically, a DTF printer allows you to print full color on anything. So DTF kind of just opens up a whole new world. I'm super excited to try out some full color prints. I got the P13 from Procolored, and this is one of their newer DTF printers. And in this video, I'm gonna kind of take you through the whole process of importing your design into the software, actually physically printing the design. And if you're familiar with DTF, you use a transfer powder and then you have to cure the transfer and then you can press it on your shirt. And then I'm going to show you like the final product, what it looks like on a t-shirt. So you can kind of see the entire process of what it takes, and then the final product, of course. And for my example today, I actually made myself a custom brew gear shirt. This is my dad's business. I have a sweatshirt that I got a long time ago with his logo on it, and it's my absolute favorite sweatshirt. I wear it like every single day. I decided to test it out and make myself a new one. So this is what we're making today. So I'll take you through the whole process, like I said, and we'll print this together. Also, if you have been thinking about getting a DTF printer, you can use the code SHOPMEGANCO for $100 off your order. I know we all love saving money, so if you get one, make sure to enter that code. And now let's jump right into the video. So this is the software that you can download once you get your printer. And if you're familiar with any kind of design program like Cricut Design Space or Affinity Designer, this is very, very similar. So I brought in the custom brew gear logo and made sure it had a transparent background, and then I wanted to do a little chest piece and then also a print on the back. So that's what these little mini ones are for, and then the larger one will go on the back of the crew neck. After everything was sized correctly, I hit print and started the printing process. For some reason, I just never expect printers to be very quick, but I was pleasantly surprised with how fast this actually does print. And the other thing I really do love about this printer is that it's super quiet, which is really important because we just moved into an apartment, so quieter the better. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, if you're familiar with DTF, this is not the end of the process. You still have to put the transfer powder on and cure the transfer as well. So this is what it looks like when it comes right off the printer. Be careful not to touch the back of this because it can smudge a little bit. The color and quality of the print came out so well. I was really happy with it. Now we're moving on to the next step, which is putting the powder all over our transfer. This powder is also from Procolored, and if you look here, these instructions are super important because in the next step, this will tell you for how long and how hot you need to cure it, and then also at what temperature you need to set your heat press when you are pressing these transfers. To put the powder over your transfers, I highly recommend getting a bin like this. I grabbed this from Target. It was like $8, but it works perfectly. And then I just have this little plastic cup that I pour my transfer powder in. And then I just sprinkle this all over my transfer. It's super important to make sure the whole thing is covered. I also like to pick it up from both ends and kind of do like a little shimmy and get all the powder to go down the transfer, and then I'll do it again the other way just to make sure all of the design is covered in this transfer powder. Now this is the Procolored oven, and this came in the bundle that I got my printer in. So now that the transfer is powdered, we're gonna look on that bag again to see the instructions for how long we have to cure this for. And then I'm just placing the transfer face down, closing the lid, and setting the timer. And this is what the front looks like when it comes out. Practically looks the same. What's important is that we take a look at the back here. And I saw another video explaining this, but basically the back is supposed to have the texture of what an orange peel looks like. And if you see that texture, then you know you've done it correctly and it should adhere to your shirt perfectly. Once my transfer was out of the oven, I just cut these apart because I printed a few more than I needed. So now that the transfer has been printed, powdered, and cured, it's time to press it on my crew neck. So again, I read the instructions on the bag. I knew I had to have my press at about 330 degrees. I gave it a quick press just to get the wrinkles out, and then if you watch any of my videos, you know that I use this ruler like religiously, and this just helps me line up the design better when I'm pressing shirts. If you're interested in this ruler, I actually do sell them in my shop, so I will add a link below in the description. Now this part is optional, but I just added some heat resistant tape and taped my design down because I really didn't want it to go anywhere while I was pressing it. And then I just put a Teflon sheet over it and pressed it for about 30 seconds. For these DTF prints, they are hot peels, so as soon as it comes off the press, you want to peel that clear film off. And this is the final product of the front. I think it came out super cute. The print is very high quality, the colors are perfect, the peel was amazing, and now we're moving on to the back of the shirt. And here's the final result of the back of the shirt. It looks super cute. It came out perfect. I am very happy with the results of this. Overall, I think the printer worked amazing. And like I said, I love the quality of these prints. And I'm going to show you guys a few more close-ups so you can see the final result of how this crew neck turned out. Okay, that was our test print, and I think overall it went super well. I'm also so glad to finally have a DTF printer. I have been eyeing one for years now, so it's great to finally have this added to my collection of equipment that I have for my business. I hope this was able to help you guys kind of see the entire process of what it's like to have a DTF printer. There's a lot more than just printing your design and slapping it on a shirt. You saw in the video, you have to powder, you have to cure, but the final product comes out beautiful, and like I said, you have so many options of what you can print on or even what you print, which is fantastic. There's like seriously no limitations with DTF. Also, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, if you use the code SHOPMEGANCO, you'll get $100 off your order, and I'll leave the link to this exact printer down below in the description, so that's easily accessible for you guys. They have a lot of other printers on their website as well. Feel free to browse and pick whatever one works best for you. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoy this video, make sure that you like and subscribe. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and I'll try to answer them as quickly as I can. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!